Hello, my hamsters. So today I will be talking to you about hair.
Okay, now
Back in mid 2010s, and I think up until 2018 even, there was a website, and there still is a website called Return of Kings. Which we're going to talk today about. And as you can probably see by the thumbnail with me holding scrunchies and the title of this video, I'll be talking about hair. The thing about hair is, there's a lot to it, especially as a wavy-haired person. There are some things you need to learn, how to keep your hair healthy. I'm getting back to my natural color. I'm slowly growing out my roots. Today I'm rocking my messy hair best because tomorrow I'm expecting to re-dye to my natural brunette color. Can't wait. But Return of Kings has a piece of advice for me. Return of Kings is very concerned that if I chop it off, I'll be far too masculine. So I think it's only healthy that we sit down and discuss this, okay? First and foremost, if you like this silly intro and want to see more of my content, subscribe, and with that out of the way, let's get into it. Murray fell down. Okay. Return of Kings says, no woman in all of human history has ever looked better with short hair than she would with a head full of healthy locks, pardon me. Despite this irrefutable fact, American women are chopping it off in greater numbers every day. This is such a disaster. This rears its ugly head in an array of ugly permutations, from the boy-like pixie cut to bizarre semi-shaved head topographies. The rationalizations, whether it's donating their hair to sick kids or the summer weather, are immaterial. Oh yeah, great, so somebody's donating their hair to sick kids, and you're telling that person not to do that. To kids who very much might need a boost of confidence and self-esteem and trust in themselves because they may be battling horrendous illnesses. I think Return of Kings has a bit of an issue here. So let's see what else they say. Oh, the summer weather. One of the reasons why I, myself, regularly chop it off. Because this hair density calls for chopping off your hair, okay? It's just natural. The effect and the true reasons are the same. I blame this lamentable trend on a few factors. The most powerful are the disingenuous lies from both men and women about how it looks. Women are quick to encourage other women to cut their hair by telling them how cute it is. Well, I'm no scientist, I'm convinced this is some deep genetic programming at work.
Medicine and cognitive enhancement, genetic engineering, cloning, artificial intelligence, uploading your mind into a computer.
One that forces women who compete with one another on a physical level on a daily basis, to encourage any behavior that might eliminate competitors in the dating pool. Men are no better. The cowardly and deluded among us perpetuate the myth that some girls can pull it off. Pulling something off, I often respond, is the equivalent of passing a class. Just because you have enough leftover attractiveness to remain bangable. Yeah, we're going to get into discussion very soon, just I need to finish this. After cutting off your hair doesn't mean you wouldn't look better with it back on. Holy cow, is there a lot to unpack over here? Okay, we just at 4 minutes, luckily, because I have a lot to talk about. So, first off, At least we do have some good vocab. Lamentable trend, top notch. But disingenuous lies, I don't think that pulling short hair off is a man or woman thing. It's a head thing. It depends on what kind of head you have. And also, do you want to pull it off? Some people are very sentimental about their hair and just want to have it on and, have it on for as long as they possibly can. Other people, like myself, not so much. They chop it off, they play with it, they experiment, they dye it, whatnot. Like, people play with their hair. It's only natural. But for Return of Kings, this is a huge issue. Because he wouldn't want to bang a woman that doesn't have long hair. Honestly, I would say many things. But at this point, I'm like, how pathetic can it get? Like, it's literally, if you're so disgusted by somebody with short hair, go find someone with long hair. It's not that difficult. If you're so disgusted by short-haired people and the way they look, just skip them. Skip them. That's all. But at the same time, let's see how this guy acts when he does eventually encounter, because humans walk with each other and kind of see each other on a daily basis. He had to encounter somebody with short hair, and let's see how he reacted. Spoiler alert, it's not good whatsoever. It's horrible. I once spoke to two girls outside of a restaurant. One had a short, boy-like haircut, while her friend had long, healthy, black hair. Also, I just love how he's the one judging if somebody's hair is healthy. Like, her hair is totally on his head. The short-haired girl spoke in an obvious Latin American accent, while the long-haired friend spoke in a clearly American accent. Though the sported facial features of someone from Indian subcontinent extraction. Oh my god, this is just like a bundle of nonsense. It sounds also weird and kind of like he's stereotyping everyone he sees, which he probably is. Before long, our conversation steered to personal matters, and bored with our pedestrian topics, I floated a provocative question. Why did you cut your hair short? The Indian girl jumped down my throat before the Latin girl had a chance to respond. But once I settled her down, I managed to get my answer. So we're just gonna say girl 1 and girl 2 instead of Latin and Indian girl. It's just... why? So, girl 1. I used to have long hair, but I just broke up with a boyfriend. The Return of Kings. I'm sure it looked better before. Girl 2. That's sexist and stupid. That's sexist and stupid. It looks cute. Yes, it is sexist and it is stupid. Both of those things. It's not his hair to cut. Editing me. If this kind of person is discussing hair like this, what would he say about some actual issues that concern people? Specifically, actual issues that concern women? Girl number 1. Want to see a picture? Him. God, it looks way better. You look like a different person and way younger. Girl number 2. She looks just as good, dude. Who are you? Honestly, good on her. That's the reaction I would probably have if I cut my hair. Him. Let me ask you something. A guy's hitting on you less now with the short hair. Girl number 1. Oof. Absolutely. A lot less. Okay, this is totally realistic. Absolutely something that a stranger would admit to another stranger waiting in a restaurant or something. Yeah, I can absolutely believe this. Totally happened. Everybody clapped. It's so, the best thing that I've read out of this whole thing is sexist and stupid. Because it truly is. Okay, him. If you had to put a number on it, what would you say the reduction is? Girl number 1, at least 90% less. That's partly why I did it. I wanted to be alone for a while after my breakup. Him. See what happens when theory meets reality. That isn't any kind of conclusion to anything. But if I'm honest, I feel like we can stop here. I will link the whole article in the description so you can read it. But this is one of these times where, even though the discussion itself is silly and is about hair, we can clearly see how something as silly and seemingly mundane as hair can be a core part of, our identities. And also, this is really not about hair, it's mainly about the sexism this guy has in him, because I'm truly astonished by how sexist this guy managed to be. It's astounding. Just like, wow. Also, the fact that he's judging the health of these girls' hair is horrible. And I say that as somebody who just recently got into hair health and actual hair care and finally diffusing my hair and finding it in a shape where it kind of should be and helping it create its natural pattern and waves and whatnot. So it takes a while to meet your hair. And if her decision was to cut off her hair so that she can feel more empowered after a difficult breakup, more power to her. I don't think that's anything to be mad about or annoyed with. And as I said, this is far more about an actual serious issue of this guy being unhinged and far less about human hair and where it goes and why. Also, very telling thing is in the beginning when he's like, I don't care if you're giving your hair to charity or not. I absolutely do. Giving your hair to charity is something lovely and empowering to other people and selfless, and I'm here for it. So let's see what kind of conclusion Return of Kings came to, and you can see the rest of this atrocity yourself. Not only is short hair unattractive, it's one of the biggest signals a man can get that a woman is damaged beyond repair. There's no such a thing as pulling it off. And to that I say, I don't only think that you can pull off short hair, I think most girls with good heads, nicely shaped heads, can have absolutely amazing short hair. They can rock short hair, not pull it off, not survive in the short hair, but thrive in the short hair. So that's all I'll say to that. I find this article is absolute nonsense. And yeah, I had a far more serious topic for today, but because I'm still a bit under the weather, I hope you can't hear it by my voice, but if you can, that's why it sounds different. I'm still a bit under the weather, so I'm not really for filming difficult topics, which my next video potentially might be. So yeah, that's around it. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, again, consider subscribing and seeing what I'm doing. Soon I'm probably making an Instagram for the YouTube account where I can update you guys on what's happening behind the scenes and stuff. And that's roughly it. Thank you for watching. Love you all so much, and see you next time.
Okay, now